We're tired of this shit. We want to say nigger. We want to say f it. We want to call these Jews. We want to.
Sorry, we're gonna bleep him out. He wants to be able to say these things.
We want to be able to say what the fuck we want to say. We want to call Italians or Indians. We're tired of the fucking tone policing. Make racism great again. Make bigotry great again. Make fun of bitches for being stupid. Call them bimbos. Call them sluts because they fucking are. And we just want to call a spade a fucking spade. If I gotta be the one to fucking be one of the few streamers that says this shit because all the other ones are scared about losing fucking endorsements and deals, fuck it. It is what it is.
Okay.
So if you're
Let's go. That is Fresh and Fit. This is going to be another round of Fresh and Fit versus Abba and Preach. And they're going at it this time. They do their back and forth thing. I wish they would get on the live together, but they can't. They hate each other. Fresh and Fit, they don't even like to talk about Abba and Preach. Abba and Preach like to talk about Fresh and Fit. But we're going to sit down and watch this. Don't miss it. This one could get banned, man. This one gets heated. We're talking about language. We're talking about censorship. It's everything. Let's go.
spending a lot of time online, just yelling at random people, calling them the N-words all day long. If I made a compilation, it would last an hour plus. Just what he likes doing. He's having a lot of beef with a lot of different groups, but now he's doing it like, man, listen, I'm going to be the one to do it because all these other streamers are too scared. Is there anything brave about doing this after you get demonetized?
No, it's fishing. It's called fishing.
Talk to me.
It's just fishing. It's okay. He's fishing.
Fishing for
whatever he can fish for. That's what people do when they're starving. You start to not look at the fish or the size of the fish. You're just trying to bait people into something. You're just trying to fish. Fish what? I don't know. But motherfucker, I'm starving.
Yeah.
And motherfucker need to eat. So they're going to go and bait whatever they can.
Gotcha.
It is what it is.
It makes me think of that Chris Brown song.
I don't see why you're hating from outside the club. You can't even get in.
He's already been demonetized, so it's easy for him from outside the club saying, bitch, I didn't even want to be in there. I want to be out here with the cool kids. Weren't you just yelling at your partner Fresh for getting y'all demonetized on Twitch?
It's a 7-day suspension for hateful slurs is what it says.
Before we get back to Fresh and Fit, is there anything more bundle of sticks like than criticizing other men for being too bold? Can you imagine being a man? That's Abba and Preach. They're men criticizing Fresh and Fit, also men, and the criticism that Abba and Preach have of Fresh and Fit is that they're too bold. That's a bundle of sticks. Let's continue on.
So,
Could have been anything.
nigga, 100% that's what it
You
was.
think so?
100% because you said, yeah.
I don't know, man. And you admonished him. And what did he do? Fresh stood up to him, didn't he?
Wait, this is crazy. Is it Fresh that got us banned?
Nah, bro. Don't put it on me.
We ain't putting no.
He said, bro, you gonna say that shit to me?
No.
After all the stuff you did?
Yeah, after all the
You
stuff-
gonna say that to me? And now a couple weeks later, he's acting like it was his idea to be flagrant.
Stay tuned. You're going to see a really tense moment on Fresh and Fit where Myron was like, you smell like onions.
It was his idea to do all this stuff.
He's fishing, but it's okay.
He told Fresh to take accountability. Wait, am I wrong?
Why does Preach look like he just rolled out of bed every time they do a live or a stream? He looks like Preach looks like he just rolled out of bed and his jokes don't even land anymore. They were actually kind of punchy, witty, back in the day. Like a lot of people, you got success, you get a little bit, I don't know, seems like you get a little lazy. They're not the same. And they're reacting to censorship and then trying to drive a wedge. I think they have a good point. They, kind of Myron went after Fresh there, but that's ladylike. I've been preaching better than that. I was wondering, thankfully I did not get to see, I do not want to see, do not send it to me, this tape that came out. It's a tape. It's a digital recording that's spreading everywhere that people are talking about with Destiny. Maybe it was Abba in it. I don't know. Let's get back to the recording.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Because he's having this issue now with the black people, right? Where a lot of black people are mad at him for what he did to that black woman, calling her all kinds of names and having her thrown out, right? And he's been complaining about the fact that his DMs are flooded with people saying, yo, I'll come fight you, I'll beat you up. And he's like, black people are so violent.
You black people can't fucking scare me, bro. Oh, we gonna fight where you at. We gonna come to you. Come do it, it. Come do it. Keep calling you monkeys like I'm Frieza.
Myron is only fans for racists.
Yes.
That's all it is.
True.
He's throwing all these slurs and all these words. Why? Because it attracts the racists. The same way OnlyFans model, they like throwing out all these titties and ass to attract the guys who are needy and desperate. It's no different. You know, these guys.
True. And is that supposed to be a diss? What would you call the person who only does the react to that person and you're mad that they're too bold? What would you call that person? Fresh and fit, you can't deny that they're good at what they do. Saying what others won't say and then watching the fallout.
Just love to lean this stuff. He's just like, oh, I want to be able to say all these slurs. Why? But the question is, why? You know, at the end of the day, when I'm in my personal life, I don't spend my day saying slurs offline or online. Why? Because it's just unnecessary. It's not like these are words that are somehow beautiful or enhance the language or whatever. You just want to say it because it's inflammatory and someone told you, no, you can't. Because they said, no, you shouldn't, okay? Now you want to just fire them off. The reason why I don't say the N-word or other stuff is not because I don't want to get demonetized. It's because I just don't really say it in my personal life. And most well-functioning adults who have friends, who have real jobs, don't spend all their day saying slurs. Do you know people who do that offline?
No.
So it's just this loserdom like online shit where it's like, oh, I'm a free speech warrior. For what? Nobody said you can't say this shit. They said if you're gonna say it, we just don't want to hire you. What do you think? You know what kills me too is like
It seems like they're auditioning ABBA right here for MSNBC. Because all he's doing is repackaging the speech is dangerous line that you hear the leftists. That's what ABBA is doing. Preach is asleep. I don't know what Preach is doing, man. This is I haven't watched them in a while, man. This is kind of sad to watch. ABBA sounding like your normal kind of leftist Democrat style MSNBC, ABC talking head. What's the point of being online if you're not going to be edgy? What's the point of supporting big tech censorship? Big tech is censoring the truth. They don't censor you if you don't say the truth. They don't censor you if you weren't going to get a following. That's what happened to Andrew Tate. That's what happened to Fresh and Fit. Demonetize. And some people don't realize demonetization is a form of censorship. When you're demonetized, you don't get boosted as much in the algorithm. When you're demonetized, you can't make money off of your speech. But this another person who obeys big tech and big daddy government, they can. Let's go back to these guys who are trying out for some leftists. Maybe Joy Reid will get fired and we'll see ABBA on ABBA will get his own show on MSNBC.
you could never have any job in the face of the planet yelling all these slurs, and then they're over here talking about make racism great again. When was racism ever something that was acceptable or endorsed on your job? It's time for people to grow up. Time for you guys to be adults. I understand the internet gave a bunch of people money so they can be as juvenile and as stupid as they want to be, but the reality is, in the big world, you can't do a lot of this goofy ass shit.
Maybe the people that are watching you saying that and everything is like they're just watching a clown in his circus. That's all you're doing.
That's right.
Like it's entertainment for me because you're that. You're not the friend. You're not the homie. You're not the brother. You're just another clown in a circus that they watch for entertainment. Look at this clown belittling his own people. They really are stupid, and that's you. Cause that's
His own people. You think me and you are people, bruh?
how they see you. At some point, the thing is, at some point, I really thought he was smart. I thought at some point he was smart. Nope, he's just stupid.
I mean,
that's what he is.
Smart comes in different forms. Is this guy business smart? Not really.
No.
He's an idiot. He's not really a businessman. People say he's principled. Personally, I don't think being irrational or erratic when you've lost everything is some kind of sign of bravery. How is it brave to yell about all this? If you have nothing to lose, how is it brave to behave how you're behaving? See, if he would have had everything and would have made this choice consciously, I could understand the free speech. He's only talking like this after he got demonetized on YouTube, after he got demonetized on Twitch, and now all the platforms that are popular for him, he's been removed.
After show Carnage, we bring you these clips. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Let's get back to it.
It's not really brave anymore, bro. You just look goofy. That's it. And it's fine. I'm enjoying this, right? Because y'all were supposed to lap us. Y'all not even in the race no more. I barely see you guys unless I go on Reddit and people are making fun of you. YouTube, their shit's been dead. So now, what are we doing at this point? What are we doing?
I don't know, man.
You don't like seeing the ops just burn in flames?
They've been burning. What am I going to look at? Crusts?
But I mean, it's wintertime. You don't want to get by the fire, get that heat?
No, it's
but where my marshmallows at? I feel bad for Fresh now. I never thought I would say this. I feel bad for Fresh. Fresh got a partner which does most of the labor, but also is sinking the ship. Fresh really can't say nothing because he's tethered to the guy, and he really don't work much. So we got to go down with the ship. But you can see the Fresh eyes.
I can't lie, that was funny. I can't lie, that was funny. This is really feminine and petty from Abba here. If you don't know, let's do a little backdrop. Abba and Preach, they've been going at it with Fresh and Fit for quite some time. We're talking about years now. And they're trying to drive a wedge because there is a wedge that looks like to me between Fit and Fresh because Myron has really crashed out on a lot of groups. And Fresh is like, I don't really want to do that. That's why his face looks like that.
Nigga. That being said, I feel for him.
I don't.
You know?
No.
It really is fishing. Only one gender orgasms creates life. If God doesn't care about a woman's orgasm, why should I?
It's used and abused, and it's old, and it's musty. It's what it is.
I never heard that word.
That's it, bro.
You talk about, the bonfire. Nah, man, the fire's been out.
Fire's been out?
Oh, yeah, man. It's like it's not even a bonfire.
No?
It's just bone water.
Did you see the incident that everyone else wanted to react to?
The incident of what?
You want to go to war? Open warrior. Out of here, you fat. Because I can match energy with you. Yeah, you are. You're easily 180 plus pounds.
Man,
Get the out of here. Get the out of here.
Shots of me. She's ugly. You know what?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to tell you that you're ugly. You look. You smell like onions. You smell like onions.
When y'all come to this podcast, just know that these people right here are going to make y'all feel like y'all like shit. They're going to try to demean y'all to take your energy.
You're wearing a wig.
Take their mother.
You're wearing a wig.
How are you going to make fun of her for wearing a wig? How are you going to make fun of her for wearing a wig when you yourself have a hair transplant?
Take their mother. I'm wearing a wig. He's dumb as fuck. I have braids in my hair, and this ignorant who looks black and wants to be a
Well, why did you go? You didn't know all that shit before? Like we already know they ain't shit. That's fine. That we know that. That's been said, that's been done, that's passed over. Why did you go? You didn't know? After all the documentation there's out there, you didn't know. Like you decide, you took the corporate decision. You take the corporate decision to go out there in that podcast and act a fool. And now you're surprised that foolery happened. Really?
To be fair to her, a lot of people don't really know much about the podcast.
You have to know where you're going.
I agree. I think
You have to know where you're going.
Everyone's responsibility is to research whatever they go on, but the reality is most people don't.
I will agree with that. I don't know if she doesn't look like she did much research. This person that was on with Fresh and Fit and then got kicked off, and then they had hands went free. Abba and Preach going on and on and on. Stay to the end. I'm going to tell you, it's just the defining. This is a defining moment for Abba and Preach.
I went to Tiger Belly. Think I don't know he's a little bit weird?
Stop expecting you from everybody
I'm
else.
not expecting people from me from other people. That's not what it is. Is you supposed to when you were a kid and you go to your mom and your mom you're like, hey mom, I'm supposed to go to the party. And your mom started to ask you questions. She's prepping you for life. These are the same questions you're supposed to ask. Who's going to be there? Who are you going with? How far is it? Are any parents, are there any adults are going to be there?
Again?
Is there going to be some alcohol?
You're expecting you from other people because a lot of parents don't ask those questions. Listen, you would be shocked how often I put out casting calls for things and people ask 0 questions and know nothing about the platform. People don't ask. People don't ask. They don't know about what they go on. I agree with you. They should, but they don't. And that's just the reality. Because you know why? People hear there's going to be a podcast, it's going to be a thing, and I'm getting paid to go on. They're going. You will never stop finding suckers who are going to show up on these things. Because everybody wants some clout. And clout is more important than water. Clout is more important than having booty.
Having some booty was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
I knew you were going there. I knew you was going
Clout
there.
was more important than having oxygen. And I'm going to have some booty.
Booty. A man's butt.
I see a gentleman and I say, you got some clout? And I want it. Now we could do We could do this the hard way, or we could do this the easy way.
Charles is yours, right?
All right, but I agree with you. You should have.
See?
But we're in this bubble.
You're going out there like a total imbécile, right? You're going out there. La kounya la, mes amis, ou pa konen ki moun, le ki sa nou pral pale, sa nou pral fe. La kounya la, on
Okay,
est
this is goofy. This is here. Abba and Preach, it used to feel like they had a particular lane on YouTube. And I kind of looked up to them like these guys know how to market, hit hard, great videos. They were smart. They had incisive commentary, and something changed around 2020. Abba and Preach, they don't have the humor. They don't make me laugh anymore. They've shifted to this weird place where they're the opposite of Fresh and Fit. And Fresh and Fit they're doing fine, but they could be making a lot less money, but they're a lot more interesting. And I think they can go to sleep at night. I don't know how these two guys, Abba and Preach, go to sleep at night. It sounds great in theory, but if you're going to move to this, I'm reasonable and measured, that seems boring to me. Why do I need to watch you for? That's why people are going to other platforms. That's why I think YouTube has actually, in a little bit of a way, eased up on some of their censorship, even though they're still draconian. It's not about the reactions. It's about showing Abba and Preach in their reactions. They used to have something to say, and right now they're just coasting on being like the Mitt Romneys of reactors, avoiding risque topics, avoiding the algorithmic demonetizations. They're criticizing other people for being bold. Boldness is what draws people in. You know that. Here's the real takeaway. If you're not willing to take a strong stance, then don't be surprised when people start to look elsewhere for something with real heat. Abba and Preach, they might think keeping it safe keeps them relevant and on YouTube, but it doesn't win hearts. It doesn't really win minds. It just avoids backlash. Let me know what you think.
Click the link. The next battle is ready, and it's brutal. After show carnage.